What disturbing discovery caused the most damage to your relationship and rendered it irreparable? My girlfriend's close friend asked us to open our relationship so he could pursue her. I've been with my girlfriend, Emily, for 4 years now. Emily has a close friend, Jeff, who I've never liked. The guy has always come off as skeevy, whiny, and creepy to me. I've heard things about him from ex-friends and even current ones that make him just come off as pathetic and creepy. The real reason I do not like Jeff is that he has always been interested in Emily. They met in middle school, and he's had a crush on her since then. He's tried and failed multiple times over the years to get her to like him. Ever since I came into her life and we started dating, he's always given me the feeling that he's orbiting, waiting for us to break up and try again. He's backed off romantically, though, and hasn't tried anything for the 4 years we've been together. Jeff has been a sore topic for me and Emily. Even though I don't like him, she and her friends do. I've made it clear to her that I don't like him, but I've never interfered with her friendship with him because I've always trusted her when she tells me she feels nothing romantically for him. This all changed recently. Jeff's own romantic life can only be described as unusual. From what I know, he did mostly one-night stands and third-world scenarios. He's openly poly, and I've heard far too much about it from him. Not the lifestyle for me, but whatever suits him. What got to me, though, was how he would talk about it to the people in monogamous relationships in his friend group, pitching it as if he was trying to sell them on it for other reasons. One day, Emily and I tagged along with her friends for an outing. We ended up at a dive late at night for drinks, and Jeff tagged along with the two of us. He was incredibly off-putting to me the entire night. Much more than usual, acting all buddy-buddy with me to an uncomfortable degree. As we sat and chatted, he brought up his most recent relationship from a few months ago. It was a poly relationship where he was third-wheeling another couple. It was very awkward, much more so when, out of nowhere, he recommended we try something like that ourselves. The short of it is that he asked us to open our relationship and become a trio with him. He knows I'm straight. So, what he really meant was that he wants to sleep with Emily and for me to be okay with it. Emily declined, and I wanted to tear into the creep. However, Emily made me go to her car so she could pay for our drinks and leave, knowing I was about to make a scene. Suffice it to say, I was not comfortable with her continuing to associate with him. I've made it clear that what he did was completely disrespectful to our relationship and that I don't trust him not to do something more sinister at this point. Emily, however, disagreed. She said this is just how Jeff operates, which made me even more uncomfortable with the situation. He's not neurotypical, and her whole friend group has used that as an excuse for so long that I'm sick of hearing it. X. We argued non-stop about it. She doesn't think this is enough of a reason to cut him off. And I cannot understand why her friend group has essentially decided to stay out of it as well. I did share my thoughts with someone I know who was an ex-friend of Jeff's from high school. I also learned that Jeff has tried to break up Emily and her boyfriends before, and he thinks this is another attempt. She was planning on going out Friday with friends to a movie, which included Jeff. We ended up having another massive argument, in which I told her not to come back if she left. She ended up staying at her parents' house for a while. Her whole friend group acted like this was just a normal thing to ask, and I was upset and mad that he would dare disrespect our relationship. That was wrong. It was Amy's problem. There are things that should have clued me into the fact that her friend group was a circus. I just ignored it. However, after the polyamory incident, I couldn't. The things that my ex-friends told me about Jeff and Emily made me ask questions and start digging. I ended up contacting one of Emily's exes and learned something very interesting in high school. Jeff was giving Emily hundreds of dollars he was stealing from his parents. Once she showed up at our place this week, I decided to confront her and ask if Jeff was giving her money. She denied it at first, but I told her if she did not tell me the truth, I would forward many of the texts she sent me, commenting about Jeff's body and face, to Jeff himself. Jeff has been giving money to Emily since they met for the entire 4 years we were together. He was sending her sometimes hundreds of dollars each month. Her texts with him are flirty in nature. While not outright saying she's interested in him, she's happily implying it, acting like it's just not the right time for her to be with him. She has reaffirmed to me that she's not interested in him. In fact, it's implied that she actually hates his guts. I asked if her friends were also taking money from Jeff, and she said she did not know. I packed my stuff up yesterday, and I'm staying with my brother till I find a new place. I blocked Emily. I sent Jeff a text simply showing him how Emily talked about him to me. I'm 99% sure Jeff is still stealing from his parents, as he lives with them. I found his parents' numbers and texted them, letting them know what was happening. Moving on from 4 wasted years is going to be tough.